Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Chatting with Chops. Today we're going to make a little single layer birthday cake and see how it turns out. And of course we're going to try and make it vegan. So let's get started. Alright, so today we're just going to make a really quick little 2-layer birthday cake. Just a little quick chocolate cake that you can make if you're in a hurry and you need something. And of course we're going to try and make it vegan. So I have 2 of my little 6-inch cake pans that I've already put grease and wax paper in the bottom of them so that they'll be ready to go. And I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background, but it is storming here, so you might hear a whole bunch of thundering and lightning going on. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put our flour in our big bowl, and we need 1.5 cups of flour. So let's see, there's 1, and then 1/2, and then we need our 1 cup of sugar. We're going to put 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And you know, I really don't like using salt, so we're just going to put a little bit of salt in. There's your thunder for you. Okay, and then we need our cocoa powder, which we need 1/4 cup of cocoa, because it is a chocolate cake, so we need some chocolate. Okay. All right. All right, so I'm just gonna, since this is just dry ingredients, I'm just gonna go and give this a nice little stir with just my little spatula. Get that all mixed in. And then we're going to start adding our wet ingredients. So we got our dry ingredients kind of mixed in. Now we're going to add 1 cup of water. And we need 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Which, since we want to keep this vegan, we're going to make sure that we're using vegetable oil. Okay. And then we need to add our vanilla. And that's 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Okay. All right. And then the last thing we need to add is our 1 tablespoon of vinegar. I'm sorry, I also noticed that the recipe asks for 1/4 cup of vegetable oil plus 2 tablespoons. So I want to go back and add my 2 tablespoons as well. We don't want to miss any of our ingredients. Okay, now we're just going to turn our mixer on and let that mix up really good. So we've got everything mixed in. Now would be a great time to be preheating your oven to 350 degrees. I'm going to wipe off our beater real quick. Get all of that wonderful cake goodness off. Right, and then you just want to take a quick mix. Make sure that everything is mixed in well. Make sure nothing's sticking on the bottom. And then we're just going to pour this half in one and half in the other. And you could use a scale to make sure that you've measured them correctly, but I usually just like to eyeball it. I go from one bowl to the next. Move them over here a little bit more so you guys can see better. As we're planning on stacking these on top of each other, it doesn't matter as much if one is bigger than another. I mean, again, I'm not entering these in any contest or anything. All right, so we're gonna put both of these in the oven at 350 degrees. And like I said, this is just a quick little chocolate cake that you can make when you're in a hurry and you don't have a whole lot of time to make something really fancy. Now, I do like to give them a good little tap because you'll see some air bubbles that'll come up from the bottom. Woo, that was a big one. And if you can get some of your air bubbles to come up, it's going to make your cake prettier. And now we're going to put those in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes or until the cake tester comes out clean. So we'll see how they turn out. So we came out of the oven and don't they look pretty? And now we've let them completely cool in the pans, and I'm fixing to take them out. And then we're going to stick them in the fridge and let them chill completely until probably tomorrow. And then we will ice everything. All right, so I'm just going down the sides, making sure that they're not stuck on the sides. Okay. Then you take, here, let me bring this out a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I've got two of my grates, and I'm going to turn it over, and hopefully it will come out all nice and pretty, just like that. And I'm going to gently peel this off to make sure I don't lose any of my cake in the process. And then I want to turn him back over. Okay, so now I've just taken a little piece of wax paper and put it on the top so that the saran wrap won't stick to it and mess up the top of my cake. And I'm just going to gently pick him up and wrap him in the saran wrap. And like I said, then we're going to put him in the fridge and just let him chill completely, because that's supposed to make it a whole lot easier to ice these tomorrow. We're just going to let them sit for a day and kind of chill out. Okay, so I thought I'd show you one more really good trick. I showed you that if you wanted to just refrigerate your cakes until you had a chance to cut them, you just put them in saran wrap, and I put a little bit of wax paper so that it didn't stick to the top of my cake. But that's just in case you want to just hold it in the fridge for a couple of days or a couple of hours just to chill it so it cuts really well. Another way of doing it, if you want to actually freeze them, is you want to put an extra layer of saran wrap. My saran wrap doesn't want to cooperate. It's really good at sticking to itself, as you can see. Okay. And just tear that off. And we're going to do that with both of them. All right, and so we're going to wrap the second piece, second layer of our cake. And just, again, you just want to cover it with a second layer of saran wrap just to make sure that you've got a really good seal for the freezer. And then I'm going to take both of these and put them in a Ziploc bag and just write on the front what date it is, and that way if I want to use these cakes in a month, if I want to use them in 3 months, they'll still be nice and fresh. And then you just, I mean, pure and simple, you're just going to thaw them out when you're ready and then ice them as you normally would. And hopefully I'll be making another video really soon showing how I piped and iced them a whole bunch of different ways. So I hope you liked this video. Please like and subscribe and help me continue to grow my channel. And I appreciate it and hope you have a great day.